Alright YouTubers, in this video we're going to go ahead and set up the Gosund Smart socket, and this should be a pretty simple process. So let's go ahead and get them out of here. Previously unboxed these and we looked at a couple of things on there. One thing being that you won't be able to use these side by side in a socket. But you will be able to use an additional plug, so that part was good. Alright, so these are pretty well made. Actually, I just dropped it. And just so we can rewind, there's a little on-off, as well as the way you're going to do this using Alexis or Hey Google. So we'll plug that in there, and remember that these are only 10 amp, so you don't want to plug anything bigger than 10 amps into it, especially since most of your circuits in the US are 15 or 20, but there aren't that many items that suck up that much more juice. So alright, let me go get the cell phone that we're going to need to do this and get it started. Alright YouTubers, so we're going to install our Gosund Smart Wi-Fi electrical outlet, and you see it's blinking rapidly. So I'm going to, I've already got the cell phone set up, I'm going to use this 2U Smart. You can use quite a few other programs in here, but we're going to use this one since I'm very familiar with using it. And we confirmed it's blinking rapidly, and see, only supports 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Yes, that's what we want. And so this is going to take a little bit. I'm going to put this down for the moment. Okay, so I walked away and it completed, so that is good news. You know, sometimes these programs you have to use more than one program. Whatever reason, they don't always get recognized by every one of them, but in this case the tried and true one did work. Okay, so right now it says the socket is off, and just by hitting that the socket turns on, and notice the red means it is on. So let's turn it off, and eventually I will go in and I will name that something. Alright, so we're going to plug in our smart Wi-Fi camera, and I'm going to hold these right next to each other so you can see when this guy comes on. So you heard the click, so the camera is on. Usually the little lights come on, but it is on. Oh, there's the red lights. Okay, so the only other thing to do is to name this thing something instead of mini plug, and device name right there. So I'm going to change it to what should we call this thing? Let's give them colors, or I'll call it Cam 1, because I'm going to use these with my security cameras, I think. Alright, so once again, shut it off, turn it on. Now I should be able to use this with Hey Google, assuming it sees it. And I think we have to link it. See if we can do this. Starts with a T. Boy, there's so many of these guys doing this stuff nowadays. So I'm just trying to find the TUYA service, if I can find it. The existing one that we're using. So I can link it. TUYA Smart, there we go. Alright, so now that we've added it to connect TUYA Smart, that doesn't necessarily get us to the point where it will work with Google and all that stuff. So let us connect the accounts. So I've got to go in there, and I'm going to put this down because you don't need to see my login info. Okay, so I authorize Google to be able to use this, and now linking my TUYA account. Alright, so now you see Cam 1 on there, and let's see if the Google will control it. Interesting. Doesn't have it listed, but let's go ahead and try this. Turn off Cam 1.
You got it. Turning off Cam 1.
You hear that? So let's do it again. Turn on Cam 1. And boom, it's on. Alright, folks, so that's all there is to it. Pretty easy. Took the long way around to do it, but that's how I set all mine up. That one program does really good at recognizing devices, and then I just link it back to Hey Google, and everything works good. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.